Merry Christmas, everyone, and welcome to downtown Somerset. I'm John Berlew, along with the Commissioner, Amy Stroud. We do wish you a very Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. We're getting word, Amy, that the parade is almost to the Fountain Square downtown.
We are, and Merry Christmas to everybody that's joining us. We are broadcasting live the Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade. Of course, John, you and I are around Fountain Square live, and we've got so many people who have come out tonight. But we are also broadcasting live on the Chamber of Commerce Facebook page, the SPEDA page, the City of Somerset page, the Public Library page, and the Somerset 106 page. So we want to welcome everybody joining us via Facebook for this big parade, and we're also live on Somerset 106. So, John, lots of ways people can join us tonight.
Well, we've got two radio people doing some video and radio tonight. So we're media giants tonight, I guess. We're kings of all media.
But we want as many people to come out to the Chamber of Commerce Parade, as does the Chamber. John, you know they work so hard for many months putting this parade together to make it a good event for the community.
And then to wake up on Saturday morning and look out the window and see rain. Why couldn't we have big, beautiful snowflakes?
But you know, it's been better than we thought.
Yeah, the rain has held off, and we've got a great crowd in downtown. We're very, very pleased with the number of people that showed up. And when I was driving out to the site here on Fountain Square, East Mount Vernon had a lot of people already picking their spots to watch the parade. So, as Amy said, we do encourage you to come out, and we've got people listening, watching all over, not just Pulaski County and Somerset, but all over the country and all over the world. So let's tell them a little bit about Somerset and why we're so excited and why we have so much to celebrate tonight. Somerset is the spirit of Southern Kentucky and home to a beautiful synergy between commerce and art and music and outdoor adventure, as well as bourbon and agriculture. The city is home to nearly 12,000 residents, 300 city employees, and an unmatched dedication to quality of life and place. Somerset is the easiest, friendliest, and most innovative community in Kentucky to do business. Exceptional health care, some of the lowest housing and utility rates in the nation, and a bustling downtown that thrives on business, art, food, and music. It makes Somerset shine as the largest community on Lake Cumberland. You can learn more at somerset.com. Amy, you've been busy all day today. The parade is kind of the highlight capping off the day.
It's the culmination of our day here.
But you've been working since early this morning. Tell us what's been going on over in the Christmas Village.
Well, today it's Christmas on the Square, and it all culminates with the Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade, which we'll be ready to see in just a few moments. It's making its way down the main street here. So we'll be telling you who all is in the parade this year. But we started off the morning with some events going on downtown at Maker's Mill, and the Public Library had an event, and then we had our Somerset 106 Vendor Village, where vendors and food trucks came. So we've had a very busy day, but it's all been leading up to this Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade. And you can maybe hear the crowd. They're gathered around the square and all along the parade route. So we're just so glad the rain held off and let people come out and join us tonight. So this is one of the biggest community events in Somerset, and everybody looks forward to the parade this year. And you can see behind us the tree. That was lit on Thursday night at the Christmas tree lighting ceremony, and the tree hasn't always been lit, John, before the parade. Sometimes after the parade, it would be lit, but the community wanted the parade to be lit when the parade came down, or the tree to be lit when the parade came downtown. So now it's in the background here. But we are just so excited to be back for another year of broadcasting the Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade. And we were talking with Bobby Clue, the director of the Chamber, a few moments ago, John, and he said at least about 100 entries in the parade this year.
Yeah, we were a little disappointed. Understand perfectly, some of the marching bands would not be able to get out tonight because of the rain, and they didn't want to damage their instruments, and that's understandable. But Bobby Clue was telling us that they had a lot of late entries and people showing up today. So last count that we had was about 117, 120 around in there, and we're hoping that they all make it downtown here in just a minute or two, and we'll have a great Christmas parade once again. We need to give a shout out to Misty Phillips. Misty was on air with me last year, the first time that we had done this. Misty's a bit under the weather tonight. Amy, thank you for stepping up and being
You're
here.
welcome.
It would have been a long night if it was just me at the table tonight.
No, I always enjoy this Christmas parade, so it's good to be broadcasting with you and with everybody tonight. So we would love to let us know where you're listening from tonight. You can drop a comment in whatever social media page you're listening from and tell us hello. We would love to hear from you and where you're listening from. And if you join us every year for the parade.
You can see on the screen the shot from right in front of the old courthouse, and that's where we'll be looking and seeing the floats as they come in to the square here in downtown Somerset. Plenty of room if you're just now getting to the downtown area. You can set up really anywhere around the square and be able to see the parade very easily. The parade route came down. They left Meese Middle School around 5 o'clock this evening, shortly after 5. They've been really on schedule tonight and very, very well organized. Coming down East Mount Vernon Street, they will get about to the police station, the old City Hall, turn up, go by the high school, down onto the Main Street here, Dairy Queen, come around the square, and then back up, and they will end, Amy, at the Judicial parking lot. If you have to pick up kids, that would be the area to do that. We know there's a lot of little ones that are taking part in the parade tonight, and if you need to pick them up, the Judicial Plaza parking lot would be where you want to do that. Come on down and join us if you can. If you're in the area, come on down and enjoy the parade. Parades are always the most fun in person, I think. We watch them on TV, Thanksgiving and New Year's, but if you're there in person, it's a special event.
And with the parade being at nighttime, a lot of the floats are lit up. They have the lights,
so
it's really nice to see everybody come out. And we have local businesses who are in this parade, nonprofit organizations, churches, religious organizations. It truly is a community event, and it seems like every year more and more people are wanting to be in the parade, be a part of the parade, and that's what we like. So we want as many people as possible to come out and join us tonight.
We really need to give a shout out to Bobby Clue and his team, because it takes a whole lot of organization and a whole lot of legwork, people, warm bodies, keeping everyone organized. And we started planning this event, working on this event, gosh, it was back in October, I believe, end of September, 1st of October, we had our first meeting and worked on the theme, and it takes an awful lot of work, an awful lot of people to bring this all together. And I think tonight, Amy, we're in for a treat and get to see the fruits of those labors as the parade heads for downtown.
And we can see some lights
That's
already.
That's what I was just going to say. They're starting to come down. I think they're about in front of First Baptist Church now.
And John, what we will be doing here, again, John and I are set up right in front of the Fountain Square in downtown Somerset, and the parade will be going around us, and we will be telling you what we see as it is coming through. We've got a list of floats, but also be patient with us because it is dark out here, so it might be a little difficult to see some of the floats until they are right in front of us, but we're going to be telling you what we are seeing here. Again, for those of you watching from social media and listening on Somerset 106, what is happening downtown with the Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade. And John, once the floats and entries leave Meese Middle School, it can sometimes take about 30 or 40 minutes before they get to where we are here in front of Fountain Square, because they've got quite a parade route to go through before they get here to us. And there's people all along the parade route, but it always seems like most people gather here at the Fountain Square to see the parade as it comes around the Christmas tree and truly in the heart of downtown Somerset.
Yeah, they go awfully slow coming down. As you can imagine, it's a parade and they want everyone to see it and
Yes.
to experience it. And there are, my understanding is, there are a couple of bands that are performing, and as they march, they'll stop and do a little performance. So it's not a steady, quick stream from Meese Middle School. It does take them several minutes to get from Meese down here to the downtown. Amy, we've got the best seat in the house. I don't
really
know
do.
how we rated this year, but
And we like to bring the best seat in the house to everybody watching
That's
and
right.
listening to us. So you all watching and listening have the best seat in the house with us. I don't know if you heard that, but the fire trucks you can start to hear. We're seeing the police car. The John actually leading the parade tonight is the City of Somerset Police Chief William Hunt. He is the first car that we will see in the
He's on
parade
a
tonight.
motorcycle
Is he on a
here,
motorcycle?
yeah.
And we also want to give a big shout out to Chase from Paw Patrol. He is he's with the chief tonight in some form.
Yeah, he's coming by on the motorcycle now to let the people here know that the parade is right behind them and we're ready to go. Again, we have over 100 floats participating in the parade tonight, so it's going to be a big one and a lot of fun too. We've talked to several of the people that have been involved in decorating the floats and
Yes.
getting the floats ready, and they're all excited
And
about it.
some of these businesses and organizations spend weeks getting their floats ready for this parade. And when you see them, you can understand the amount of time and work that it took to put their floats together. And we do have, and John, we will be announcing when we see those floats, first, second, and third places for best float, best entry in the parade, and also most creative. So when those organizations come through, we'll let you know about that too. But again, for everybody watching, for everybody listening, thank you so much for being here with us for the Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade. And this Christmas parade, John, has been a part of this community for over 50 years. So this truly is a tradition every Christmas, every year in downtown Somerset. And it's especially glad now that we can do this broadcast for people who maybe grew up in Somerset, grew up on Lake Cumberland, came to these parades, but now aren't here with us anymore in the community. They can still be a part of it.
I have a lot of great memories of the parade and the years in radio that we've worked in radio here in this community, and we've broadcasted in some way, shape, or form each year that they have the Christmas parade. And I can remember being parked in a vehicle downtown, and Judge Bashir and I did the parade together one year, and that was a lot of fun. One of my best memories. We used to do as you mentioned, do the tree lighting and the parade at the same night, and we would set up over on the steps of the old courthouse, which is in your shot now, on your monitors and TVs now. We would set up over there, and my favorite memory, though, of the Christmas parade, and I think you know what I'm going to say, was the year that the 2019, when the Somerset High School football team won the state championship.
And you all made it back in time to actually come
it was
through
a
the parade,
miracle.
didn't you?
I don't know how we got back in time, but you were at the Christmas Village as that game was going on and heard the call and everything. And when I got to the courthouse steps, I got there just in time. Bobby grabbed me and asked me if I would announce the team as they entered the square, and sure enough, we did. That's probably my favorite memory. But we've got the
Looks
start
like
of the
our parade is officially coming to where we are in downtown Somerset.
And I think you were right. I think Chief Hunt is in the vehicle.
He's in the vehicle because there is Chase from Paw Patrol. You can see him right there in the vehicle with Chief Hunt, City of Somerset Police Department, following behind their motorcycle, leading off the Christmas parade that we are seeing right now.
Now, if everyone's on schedule and we've got the right order, Greg Moore from Somerset 106 should be coming up next. I think you just saw him go through the screen in the Somerset 106 mobile
there
unit.
is Somerset 106, the Christmas station for downtown Somerset, and for all of the listeners coming behind the City of Somerset Police Department in the parade.
And we will have First Baptist Church coming through the square now with their float. They're in front of the old courthouse now. This is a giant float here.
And John,
Amy.
First Baptist Church was the first placed winner for best float.
And I think you can see why.
And the theme for the Christmas parade this year is A Christmas in Whoville. So you will see a lot of Whoville-themed entries in the parade this year, as that was the theme. So, as John said, that's
Now
First Baptist Church of Somerset. Look at that.
Here's the float entering the shot right there. There you go. Merry Christmas, First Baptist Church in downtown Somerset.
It's always good to see so many young people participate in this parade. So
they did a great job on that float. A great float to lead off the parade.
And you can see why they were first place and the best float for that. Yes.
The theme of the parade this year, by the way, and we probably should get that out there so these will make a whole lot more sense to you.
Christmas in Whoville.
Christmas in Whoville tonight. So we're always enjoying the parade, but tonight we're going to see some Grinch theme, I think, and Whoville theme.
And we have behind First Baptist Church, we have
These are
Lake
the
Cumberland Shriners.
Yep.
They have a lot of those monster semi-trucks that they're known for being in the parades.
You know, when they told us monster trucks, this is not what I pictured. This is not what I was thinking.
But the Shriners, this is sort of
They're
their
mini monsters.
Yes, what they always participate in when they are a part of parades.
Here comes Campbellsville University behind the Shriner trucks.
Campbellsville University having a campus right here in Somerset.
There's the Shriners float, and Burnside Lodge 634 went through your screen.
They've got some nice lights on their float tonight. And then we've got a snowman. And this is Campbellsville.
There's Campbellsville University. Yep. A lot of brave people marching in the parade.
And you will notice this year, a little different than in years past, there will be people walking alongside these floats giving out candy to people in the parade for safety reasons. Yeah. Yes.
Here comes Mayor Alan Keck will be next in the shot. Somerset Mayor Alan Keck.
And I know sometimes he likes to bring his family with him to events like this, so it may be Alan Keck and his family, but we will see. You can hear the
Merry Christmas to the
horns,
Keck family,
yes.
Mayor Alan Keck.
It does look like he has his family with him this year.
Yeah, they're giving out candy. I think the girls are behind
Alan
the
Keck.
truck giving out candy. Again, they won't be throwing the candy, or they're not supposed to be throwing candy tonight. They're handing it out to the kids watching the parade.
Yes, and again, that's for safety reasons. We don't want to get anybody hurt by throwing candy.
This is Representative Shane Baker in the gray pickup truck.
He's got some lights, it looks like, on the back of his truck. And again, if you are watching with us on social media, we would love to hear from you. Let us know where you're watching from, where you're listening from.
We have Alton Blakely and
yes,
an old Thunderbird.
With Judge Marshall Todd coming up after them. Wow,
Boy,
that is a nice Thunderbird. You don't see many of
very
those
quickly
driving around downtown
There's
anymore.
Mayor Keck. He's handing out candy, too. He jumped out of the truck, give out some candy.
And then Pulaski County Judge Executive Marshall Todd should be coming up soon.
I think this is him right there, followed by the white Jeep. And that is Miss Pulaski County Elise Smitty, I believe, in the white Jeep. Yep, there she is, up on top of the white Jeep. Right behind Marshall Todd.
Judge Todd has the Kentucky blue there, the lights on his vehicle. Merry Christmas.
And there is Miss Pulaski County Elise Smith. In the red Ford Bronco, right behind Elise Smitty, is Miss Madison County, Aslan Davis, and Miss Madison County,
Miss Madison
Lily
County
King.
team, Miss Madison County team, Lily King, and Lily is from here in Pulaski County.
This is Haynes Knob Fire Department with the big snowman on top of the fire truck.
That is a big snowman. And John, we also want to just remind everybody it's 56 degrees in downtown Somerset tonight. So this is actually perfect parade weather
I
tonight.
still want big white snowflakes. That was Haynes Knob Fire Department. The Children's Hospital van
The
will
Alka
be
Temple
coming
Children's
up next.
Hospital
Here
van.
it comes.
And it's a part of the Lake Cumberland Mini Monsters.
There's the Children's Hospital van. They will be followed by West Somerset Baptist Church. It's a float of the church with the steeple on top. Here it comes.
Oh, that's very nice. Merry Christmas.
Cindy Lou Who sitting on the front.
That is a nice replica of
Yeah, they
of
did
the
a great
church.
job with it.
Yes, very nice.
And marchers behind them from the church as well. That's West Somerset Baptist Church. Lake Cumberland Motorsports is coming up. They've got a side-by-side that they're driving in the parade. Lake Cumberland Motorsports will have a truck and trailer with their dirt bikes and razors on them. They're coming into your screen now. Merry Christmas.
Those side-by-sides are really popular now. A lot of people are wanting those. Glad they could be in the parade. And then coming up after Lake Cumberland Motorsports, we have Ford Brothers and Weichert Realty. They're in a pickup truck tonight.
There's the ATVs on the trailer. And Ford Brothers in front of the old courthouse now will be coming into your shot here. There they are. Yeah, Amy commented earlier that it's so neat having this at night. It allows you to use the lights, the Christmas lights, and the crowd
Yes.
really appreciates
Yes.
that. They will cheer for look how well lit up these are.
It's just such a nice reminder of Christmas time to be able to see lights in the dark.
This is Prairie
Christmas
Farms
lights in the dark.
with their truck and float.
And I believe that's where the music is coming from, right? Is it Prairie Farms? They've got Christmas music. Merry Christmas,
Prairie Farms.
Is that a dog on top of the
No.
the farm?
Prairie Farms is the dairy.
The dairy. That's
your
a
hint.
cow.
There you go. A milk cow and a couple of milk cows following
I
the
see
float.
it now. I see it now. It first looked like a dog, but you're right. Prairie Farms. It's the cow.
After Prairie Farms, we have a lineman truck from Kinetic by Windstream and a bucket truck.
They've got their truck all lit up too. And after
This is Denham Street Baptist Church.
Denham Street Baptist Church float.
It's so neat that so many churches get involved in they have among the best floats.
They
I
do.
think they really
You
put a
can
lot of time
definitely
and
tell
energy
the church
into
community
it.
works together on those. And right behind the float that you're seeing right now is also Denham Street. They have a red golf cart that will be right behind their
I thought
float
you were
in the
going to
parade.
comment on the Grinch
And
chasing behind them.
One of several Grinches that we will see tonight. Again, the theme of this year's Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade is A Christmas in Whoville. And then, John, we may have our first band of the night, high school
I'm
band
looking
coming
for 'em.
up.
I don't see them quite yet.
As you mentioned earlier, a lot of the bands weren't able to be in the parade this year because of the potential rain.
And we wondered if a couple might show up and not play, just
Yes.
march, and that may be what we're seeing now. Southwestern High School boosters and their float.
And we do want to thank the City of Somerset. They are sponsoring the Somerset 106 broadcast. We have a lot of listeners tuning into Somerset 106 who are listening to our coverage of the parade tonight, and that is made possible by the City of Somerset. #C
These are
Mindset.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, what do we have next?
Summer Nights Cruise. I wanted to get that in real quick. The Summer Nights Cruise vehicles are coming through now. And behind the Summer Nights Cruise, you want to make sure you take a good look, because I believe that we have the most creative float coming up right behind Summer Nights Cruise. It looks like a big one.
Summer Nights Cruise, of course, they have their Summer Nights Cruise seasons April through October here in Pulaski County, and that brings a good crowd every month to our town.
They've got a snowman marching behind them. I think it's...
We've seen a lot of snowmen in the parade so far.
I think it's too warm for him. It looks like he's lost some weight today. Melted away a little bit. Here he comes. There's a snowman behind Summer Nights Cruise vehicles. Now, tell us about this float coming up, Amy. This won the award for the most creative.
Yes, this did win the award for most creative entry and float in the parade. It's the Pulaski County Detention Center with jailer Anthony McCollum, and it's a side-by-side.
There's his truck now pulling the float. You'll see the float
most creative
here in just a second.
And again, looking at that float, you can see why that was voted the most creative. Is that another Grinch we're seeing?
Yeah, that's another one.
I love the icicles on the float, the blue icicles.
I don't know if you can see or not, Amy, but right on the top of the arch there, it's blowing green
I see that.
Snow. They've got a green snow machine.
Well, green is the theme this year with Christmas in Whoville. Yes.
See that on your screens. And a couple of more Cindy Lou Who's on that float.
And that is, again, Pulaski County Detention Center. They won most creative float in the 2023 Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade. Yes, very nice.
They've got the Whoville Singers at the front of the float, and there's Santa Grinch.
And coming up behind the Pulaski County Detention Center, it's the Special Response Team. And they've got about 6 vehicles, John, in this parade.
Yeah, these are really interesting vehicles. As they come through, you'll see they look almost like a fire truck. They're white in color, but they're the Special Response Team.
Yes.
And they're, as they should be, very proud of these vehicles. And I don't know, can you hear the dogs barking in the vehicles?
The dogs are barking, yes.
So they brought the dogs along for the ride. And this is what we were talking about earlier. They have to stop at certain points and let the parade catch up to them. The floats behind them.
And where we are, John, right in front of Fountain Square here, when what people are watching when the floats pass through the screen, they are turning around here. So there's a little stop time to let some of the larger floats make the turn here around Fountain Square to go down East Mount Vernon Street.
I'm John Berlew, and I'm with Amy Stroud, and we welcome you to the Somerset Chamber of Commerce, Somerset-Pulaski County Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade, a Christmas in Whoville. The City of Somerset's website is a great tool for residents to keep up with what's happening with their city government and connect with the many resources the city provides. Check out City of Somerset's webpage. Another Grinch waving to the crowd.
And we're still seeing the Special Response Team, our local Special Response Team coming through. They had about 6 floats and entries, not floats, rather trucks in this year's parade. And there's people on top of those trucks, John.
That's right. The Grinch and crew are on top.
And we do, as we said earlier, John, we have a lot of people walking alongside these entries, handing out candy to the people in the crowd tonight, just to keep everybody safe.
We should have started a count of how many Grinches we see in the parade, because here comes another one.
And we want to say a special thank you to our Special Response Team and all of our emergency management organizations who are in this parade, who keep us safe here in Somerset and Pulaski County all year long. It's nice to celebrate them on a night like tonight.
After the Special Response Team, Sheriff Bobby Jones will be coming through. I think that's Bobby there. And we have Liberty Nature. Is that coming up? That should be on the screen right about now. We still have Bobby Jones on there. Again, they're having to stop the parade and let the floats catch up. Now, the Liberty Nature Center and Lake Cumberland Wildlife Refuge float should be coming on your screen.
They're in a maroon truck with a float. This looks
There
like
you go.
them coming up now, yes. And the Liberty Nature Center, they offer a lot of for
Oh, they have the birds,
the
too.
birds.
Amy. I was
yes.
looking to make
yes.
sure. Get that in the
I
here it comes.
assume they're hanging on to those birds.
There they
There
are.
they
You
are,
can see them in
yes.
the picture now.
That was Liberty Nature Center. Merry Christmas.
I think that's an owl that they have there.
Yes. They bring those animals
Couple
out
of
to birds out rather to a lot of local community events.
And that's the Liberty Nature Center van going through. The Oak Hill Elementary cheerleaders should be coming up here pretty soon.
And followed behind the Oak Hill Elementary cheerleaders should be the Oak Hill Elementary Wolverines, the football team.
Here's the cheerleaders now.
They've got a nice tent there with lights all around it.
Merry Christmas, Oak Hill Elementary. And here comes the Wolverine football team from Oak Hill Elementary.
They've brought their spirit with them tonight. You can hear hear them chanting Wolverines.
You'll see the balloon goalpost. There you go. And the Wolverine floats from Oak Hill Elementary.
Is that a football goalpost they've
That's
made
what that
there?
is, yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
that's nice.
Cub Scout Troop 134 is coming up.
And they are in a
Well, they're
maroon
being led by this
Jeep
white
pulling
vehicle,
up
but
here.
they've got a big
Yes,
float coming
they
up with
do.
the whole troop on there, I think. Some are marching. And believe it or not, they've got a Grinch.
Looks like a lot of their troop members were able to be in the parade this year.
It's a big Cub Scout troop. Here they are.
And that is, again, Cub Scout Troop 134. And John, coming up in just a moment, we will be seeing our second place winner for best entry in the parade this year. Coming up in just a moment, it's Toyota Tetsu TTAI.
And here they come. Right in front of the old courthouse now. And you said this was the second place winner.
This was the second place winner for best
Oh, he's
entry
playing-
in the parade this year. Little
He's playing
jazz
the sax.
saxophone, that's never bad. And that's a live saxophone performance.
Merry Christmas.
Does that say Toyota Who's
Toyota's Who presents.
Press? That
Oh,
is
they got to press the button. I see what they're doing.
TTAI.
They're giving out candy.
I really like the live saxophone performance there.
And Toya Tetsu has stopped right in front of us and taking care of the kids in the crowd, handing out candy. Uh-oh. Here comes the Master Musicians Festival crew. And they
this
just
is-
announced a great lineup
They
for this
did.
year's Master
They
Musician
did.
Festival.
It's the Wallflowers coming up next summer. And John, this is the first year that the Master Musicians Festival has had a entry in the parade. So good to see them. And they are
Cindy Lou Who
a board,
doing
so
a
that may
Christmas-
be most of the board members there that you
Christmas
see.
twist.
That you see on the float there. That's the Master Musicians Festival. They're very much in the Whoville spirit,
I
John.
want to know where everyone got these Cindy Lou Who wigs. There's a bunch
And
of them.
after the Master Musicians Festival, we have Lake Cumberland Regional Hospital. They've got the van that you're seeing here, and also
a balloon Christmas tree on
yes,
top.
also a crew walking behind the van from Lake Cumberland Regional Hospital.
It's so neat to watch the little kids. We've got a number
Yes,
of almost toddlers.
yes. And
Very
they're all
young
trying
kids.
to get to the front of the street there to get the candy that people are passing out to them.
But just to watch their faces, that's a lot of fun in itself.
It is, yes.
Lake Cumberland Regional Hospital going by. Here's Pepsi Cola. They've got the Grinch driving the Mountain Dew truck.
And a passenger who's riding shotgun, and it's Cindy Lou Who. That is Pepsi Cola Bottling Company of Somerset.
Science Hill First Baptist Church should be coming up here pretty quick. Is that the train?
That is the train, yes.
Wow.
It's the L Bell train. And that looks like it's pretty full of people there.
Look at the size of that.
That is nice. So, Merry Christmas from Science Hill First Baptist Church with the L Bell train. Merry
Great
Christmas.
job.
They've got a Christmas tree right there in the middle. That's nice. I love the lights.
This will be the Warpath Southwestern Girls Softball Team. Coming up. This is another big float. Amy, we've seen
This one is heavily decorated.
several very large floats.
You will be
in
able
this
to
year's Christmas parade.
see that in just a moment as it gets a little bit closer to the screen. You can see the Southwestern Warpath Girls Softball Team.
Oh, that's a scoreboard that's flashing
I
up in
was
front.
wondering
There you
what
go.
that is a scoreboard, yes. Wow, look at that.
Fantastic. Great job.
So great to see them out tonight. That is the Southwestern Warpath Girls Softball Team. And they've spent a lot of time on that float, too, you can tell. And following behind the Southwestern Girls Softball Team, we have Girl Scout Troop 2139. Welcome to Cookieville Float.
I wonder if they're handing out Girl Scout
Well,
cookies
they
instead
would
of
be
candy
one of the
tonight.
most popular tonight if they were handing out those Girl Scout cookies.
Here they come in the
So,
picture
Merry
now.
Christmas and welcome from Girl Scout Troop 2139. And John, just again to remind people where we are broadcasting from, we are broadcasting the Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade right here on the Chambers page, on the City of Somerset, on SPEDA, the Public Library, and Somerset 106. And we're also broadcasting live on the radio from Somerset 106 and Somerset106.com. Again, we welcome everybody who's tuning in and watching with us tonight. And then John, RidgeNet Network Group, they've got 2 entries in the parade tonight.
I believe the first one has gone by. And there's the second RidgeNet vehicle. Now, Protea is the next float that will be coming into your screen very shortly. And Protea was a winner tonight as well.
3rd place winner in Best Float. Protea, 3rd place winner. It's Whoville Recovery Center.
There's a good shot of them.
That's a 2-story. Looks like a 2-story house there. So congratulations to Protea on being 3rd place in the Best Float in the parade, and another Grinch there. That's a dancing Grinch.
A dancing Grinch. I haven't seen the Grinch's dog yet. Was it Max? Was that the name
Well,
of
that may be the dog we've been hearing barking all night.
That could be. That could be. That was Protea.
Too Many Fans Supply, plumbing, electric hardware, and HVAC parts, with locations in Somerset
Area
and
Supply.
Berea. Area Supply. They've got a Christmas tree on top of their van.
This looks like Active Day is coming up next. Active Day of Somerset. Some of the residents are with them on the van.
Well, that's nice to see. Active Day does such
I
great
bet they're
work in
loving every minute of it,
caring
waving at
for
everybody as
adults
they go
in our
by.
community. Mary and her team at Active Day. They've got snow. I don't know if you can see that in the windows there on their van.
Frosty.
Yes, and after active day. We have Century 21, Advantage Realty. Ready for a new home? Call Century 21.
There they are. Spicy Tree Service is up next. The white truck and the trailer that'll be coming onto your screen.
They do tree maintenance services. So Merry Christmas from Spicy Tree Service there.
Spicy Tree Service. Pulaski County Public Library is in their bookmobile tonight.
And that bookmobile, John, will be recognizable to a lot of people who live in Somerset and Pulaski County. The bookmobile is out a lot, going to homes and to places where people live to make sure that kids get, and adults too, get access to books from our public library. They've got the bookmobile all lit up tonight.
Turned out to be a beautiful night in downtown Somerset. The rain has held off. We can see the crowd right in front of us. Very few umbrellas are up now,
yes.
Amy, so it's really,
and John,
really...
earlier today, we saw people at Vendor Village in T-shirts.
Yeah. Crazy. 59 degrees at one point
yes.
this afternoon. So
yes.
Not typical Christmas parade weather, but we'll take it.
And after the bookmobile, we have coming up Copper Saddle and Company Boutique. They're located on Parker's Mill here in Somerset. And it's nice that everybody joining us on video tonight can hear the excitement that's going on in downtown Somerset tonight. What you're seeing is just a part of the crowd. It's going all around Fountain Square here. So this is Copper Saddle and Company Boutique on Parker's Mill in Somerset.
That's another really nice float, big float.
Another Grinch.
Coldwell Banker Legacy Group, serving Somerset and the Lake Cumberland community, is up next. There they go. Now, remember that these folks that you see behind the floats walking in the parade have walked all the way from Meese Middle School.
They have, and a lot of them giving out candy along the way to people here in the parade. And coming up next, we have Coca-Cola Bottling of Somerset. Love that tree on top of the truck there from Coca-Cola Bottling of Somerset.
Think there's a polar bear on that truck?
That would make sense, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would. We'll see if the Coca-Cola polar bear is on there somewhere.
And John, we are starting to get a little bit of rain here in downtown Somerset.
Yeah, now the umbrellas are coming back out, aren't they?
Yes.
Yep, there's the mama polar bear and her cubs.
She is there right behind the Christmas tree.
Hilltop Marine. My friends at Hilltop Marine, welcome to Whoville on the pontoon boat.
The pontoon boat came through just in time when the rain started, so all lit up in green tonight. Welcome to Whoville from Hilltop Marine. And in a Jeep behind Hilltop Marine, we have Nathan Hutch and with family and friends, also green tonight.
Now in front of the old courthouse, we have South Kentucky RECC. Very Merry Christmas to the folks out there at South Kentucky RECC.
Coming up on these winter months, sometimes, John, our RECC and utility companies can sometimes have a lot of work ahead of them, so we appreciate what they do for us here. That is look at that, electrical lines there from South Kentucky RECC. That is very nice.
Really neat.
Mm-hmm. Even a little utility light pole on the back there, yes. Yeah. Coming up next, we have Cumberland Furniture, located on Kit Cowan Road. And for those listening to Somerset 106, Cumberland Furniture is presenting your Christmas station this year. Antique Chevrolet truck they're in, and they're also in the parade this year with a golf cart, followed by a truck pulling a float. And all of that is Cumberland Furniture of Somerset, the next 3 that we will see.
They're out on Kit Cowan Road, I believe.
They are, yes. Well, the rain came for a moment, John, and I believe it's stopped now. So
There's Max the dog on top of the truck.
you were just mentioning not seeing the dog, and there he is. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the umbrellas are up in front of us. You can see them on camera.
And, John, people were so excited to come out to the Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade this year. The parade began at 5 p.m. We had people coming around 3 o'clock
easily,
to get their place on Fountain Square and in downtown Somerset to be able to get the best vantage point of the parade. So a lot of community engagement with this Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade every year, which is so good to see.
We have another stoppage of the parade so the floats can get caught up. You can visit the City of Somerset at cityofsomerset.com and read news and updates, even pay your utility bill and property taxes. Sign up for Code Red emergency alerts and view your water quality report and more at thecityofsomerset.com.
And, John, we again want to thank everybody who's following along with us tonight on social media. We're broadcasting from the City of Somerset's page, from SPEDA, from the Public Library, from Somerset 106, and of course the Chamber of Commerce's page, and we're live on Somerset 106 Radio. So we appreciate you so much spending some time with us tonight and having fun with us at the Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade.
It's really a great way to kick off the holiday season. We had the tree lighting a couple of nights ago, and now the Christmas parade. It feels like it's really, truly Christmas.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, right?
I don't know about that with all these umbrellas.
Anytime I see lights like this and the Christmas tree behind us, it to me it feels like we're in the Christmas. We've got Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer playing, if you can hear. And coming up behind Cumberland Furniture, which you'll see in just a moment, is Somerset Nursing and Rehabilitation Facility. They're in a maroon GMC truck with a trailer with a Grinch float and inflatable. Coming up in just a moment. We know it might be a little hard to see with the umbrellas now out. A few sprinkles still.
There you go.
Still here. There we go. And that is Somerset Nursing and Rehabilitation Facility. Merry Christmas.
Tim's Mobile Garage towing with a wrecker truck and lit up all green.
Oh, that's nice. That's a big truck. Merry Christmas. That was Tim's Mobile Garage and Towing, with one of their wrecker trucks in the parade this year. And following behind them, we have Hospice of Lake Cumberland, and they've got a Welcome to Whoville float.
They've got their umbrellas up, too.
Yes, they do. Hospice of Lake Cumberland, also another organization that does such great work for people here in our community. They came prepared with the umbrellas.
Kentucky Utilities is following behind them. They're in a bucket truck. As you can see, it's coming into the Fountain Square now, all lit up.
Their truck looks a little bit like a candy cane there on top with the red and the white.
I think that's what they were going for. That's what it looks like.
Merry Christmas. And that's Kentucky Utilities.
Masterworks Landscaping coming into the square now with their lights flashing.
It's always nice to hear people sing Merry Christmas, too.
Yeah, watch the crowd. And we talked about the little kids in the crowd. But as the Grinch goes by or they get excited about a float, they're shouting Merry Christmas at everyone, really getting into the parade.
And coming up next, we have Judge Teresa Whitaker. She's in a vehicle driven by Deborah Ruckel. It can be a little hard to see some of the vehicles who aren't quite as tall.
That's right.
Over some of the people, so you might have a little hard time seeing some of the smaller vehicles in the parade. But this is Judge Teresa Whitaker.
Get over here. Where's your family?
Now the float's coming into the square.
It's a nice float coming up with some Christmas lights. It is New Beginnings Worship Center.
This is New Beginnings, yep.
And they've got 2 mini bikes that we can hear. Can you hear that?
Yeah, I don't know if the folks at home can see them in the shot there or not as they come into the square, but
maybe you can hear them if you aren't able to see them.
Right there's the mini bikes.
2 mini bikes with New Beginnings Worship Center. And you can hear
Sky Hope Women's Recovery will be coming up. This is still New Beginnings here.
They've got a lot of people in the parade this year.
Yeah, you can tell they must have candy because the kids are cheering. Cindy Lou Who and the Grinch sharing an umbrella.
It's a Gator-made trailer. And we want to thank everybody listening on Somerset 106. Our broadcast on Somerset 106 at the Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade is presented by the City of Somerset. You can find them at #SeeMySet. And we're still not even below 50 degrees tonight.
Yeah, it's just been a really good night for the parade. You know, we've got this drizzle, but as far as the temperature, it's been fantastic. And this is the first year that we've been broadcasting on Somerset 106 from start to finish with the parade on the radio and on YouTube and on the video. So, if you couldn't make it out because of the weather or just had other things going on, you have the opportunity to listen and to enjoy the parade on video as well.
And coming up next, we have Sky Hope Women's Recovery Center. And Sky Hope Women's Recovery, they are also hosting the Skating on the Square this year, which is also in downtown Somerset, and that'll be in the Fountain Square until December 30th. I think the music's coming from the float behind them.
Yeah, I think so too. They're doing some dancing back there.
They are.
We are at that point in the parade where the start of the parade is around where it will end at the Judicial Center parking lot, so it's kind of slowed things down a little bit as they get these. We talked about how big some of these floats are, trying to get them into that parking lot and unload the kids and the people that are there on the float and walking behind the float and keeping all that organized. So every now and then they got to stop things and let everybody catch up, let everyone get into the parking lot.
Yes, and as we said earlier, where we are to the side here, this is where they will be turning Fountain Square and ending the parade. So they have to have a little bit of room to do that. But
I want to give a shout out to the high school bands. We were not able to have the bands march in the parade this year, and I really, really miss them. I hope that we have good weather next year because they're a big part of the Christmas parade. I encourage the high school students to get involved in band and see us out here next year marching in the parade.
And coming up
really
now,
missed you this year.
Yes. Coming up now is Barnesburg Baptist Church.
Look at that Grinch dance. He's going to need
Now
some.
that's
Ben
where the
Gay in
music.
morning,
That's
I
where
think.
the music's coming from there. Again, so many of these churches tonight having a great turnout of people who are actually participating on the floats in the parade tonight. So hello to Barnesburg Baptist Church.
All of Whoville in the back of that float. And they're having a good time.
They are having a good time. We like to see that. And coming up behind Barnesburg Baptist Church in just a moment, we'll see Summer Woods Nursing and Rehab. Can you hear that? They're very excited right down from us here.
Well, now almost every float that comes through has to stop right here in the square and let the float in front of them make the turn. So they're seeing friends and people they recognize in the crowd. And like I said, it's kind of become an interactive parade. The people in the crowd are cheering on the people in the parade and wishing them a Merry Christmas.
And this is Summer Woods Nursing and Rehab coming up.
I see some Paw Patrol puppies coming up.
And John, as we mentioned earlier, this parade begins at Meese Middle School, works its way through many parts of downtown Somerset, and ends here around Fountain Square, which is where we are broadcasting from tonight.
I think this is Jeffrey's Heating and Air that's coming into the square now.
They've got 3 entries in the parade this year, a yellow truck, a purple minivan, and a blue minivan.
They have heating and air service and plumbing and electrical, so they had to get several vehicles out tonight.
Now that's Chase, the police dog there, and the fire.
I don't know my Paw Patrol.
And the fire dog is the other one, but I cannot remember his name.
Now you'll get the text messages. You'll get the comments.
I'm sure
on
we
Facebook.
have a lot of people watching and listening who know all the Paw Patrol puppies. And you said Jeffrey's Heating and Air just passing.
Yeah, and behind Jeffrey's is Paul's Discount. There's Paul's Discount coming through now.
They've got a white truck with an orange banner on the front, and they're pulling a float behind them.
With the Grinch and Cindy Lou Who.
They've got good seats tonight on that float there, the Grinch and Cindy Lou do. Merry Christmas.
Epperson Electric's coming up.
And John, they've got 3 vehicles in tonight's parade. And we've been mentioning throughout our broadcast tonight that, John, people are walking beside the trucks and the floats and the entries, handing out candy this year, just to keep everybody extra safe.
We want to thank the folks at the Mole Hole tonight, too. Amy and I never leave home without a pen, but tonight, neither one of us had a pen, and we had to run over to the Mole to borrow
tonight,
one.
So thank you for that. And again, we want to welcome everybody and thank you for being with us who are watching on social media tonight and listening on Somerset 106. If you couldn't be here tonight, we're sorry that you couldn't make it, but we're glad that you can still be a part of the parade and join in with us. And again, we would love to know where you're from, where you're listening from. Just leave a comment on the page you're listening from and watching tonight. And if you can see what we're looking at right now, that's the old courthouse with the wreath there at the very top. And of course, we're broadcasting live from the Fountain Square, just across the street.
And again, the front of the parade has made it to the end of the parade at the Judicial Center parking lot. So that's why we have to stop. Almost every float stops now right directly in front of us to let the parade get into the parking lot and unload.
And we have Epperson Air Conditioning and Heating coming up, right?
Yep.
Plumbing and electric. They've got, again, 3 vehicles in the parade this year. And we have all types of businesses and nonprofits and organizations and churches in our community who participate in the parade every year. And you can tell that the rain is still with us when those lights from the vehicles are showcasing the drizzle that's in downtown Somerset tonight.
I think it's started to pick up a little bit. We've got some rain that's running off the tent.
We still see a lot of
above us
people
now.
with those umbrellas, so.
But we still have our crowd, and that's great. Candido's Towing is in front of the old courthouse now, and we'll be right behind the Epperson van there as it pulls into the
Candido's
square.
Towing and Recovery. And if you live in Somerset and Pulaski County, when you see those Candido's trucks out, John, they're colorful every time.
Yeah.
Throughout the year.
They're my neighbors. We're from the same neighborhood, so we get to marvel at these beautiful trucks.
But they're all extra lit up tonight here in the Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade.
You see them coming, that's for sure.
That's true. And I suppose in a tow truck, that's what you want. They've got 2 tow trucks in the parade this year. I think, John, this may be the parade year of the dogs. A lot of families bringing their pets out to the parade this year.
I don't remember that last year or in previous years, but a lot of puppy dogs down here enjoying the parade.
But this parade is a very family-friendly event, so pets are certainly a part of a lot of people's
This
families.
is Idle Time Marine, Amy, in this white truck. Is that Deadpool? Merry Christmas, Deadpool.
I think you might be right. He's getting a lot of cheers, so it may be. Idle
Most
Time
popular so far, I think.
Marine pulling a pontoon boat with Deadpool in the back of the truck with a jet ski. So you were right, it was Deadpool.
Pulaski County Little League should be coming up next.
They've got 2 trucks in the parade this year pulling a float with all the Pulaski County Little League players. That'll be fun to see.
There they are.
Pulaski County Little League, Merry Christmas.
We have some Jeeps that will be coming up next, I believe.
We've got quite a few, actually, about 6 coming up from Lake Cumberland Jeep. They usually always bring out, John, a nice
There's the
contingency
Little
of their
League
Jeeps.
That's Pulaski County Little League. And now here come the Jeeps. Jeep Club is very, very active
They
around
are,
the Lake Cumberland
yes.
area. They do a lot of work for nonprofits and raise money for different organizations and different groups. They're really a fun group, an exciting group, and a busy group.
They are.
Helping out
Yes.
nonprofits in the Lake Cumberland area,
And
and
you
we
can
appreciate their
see
work
that
and their
tonight just by
attendance
their
in the parade.
Turnout in the parade tonight, 6 Jeeps.
Jeeps are moving right along, right through the Fountain Square area.
And this Christmas parade that we're watching right now, this has been a culmination of a full day of Christmas fun here in downtown Somerset. Maker's Mill had some events earlier today, and the Junior Women's Club had an event at the Pulaski County Public Library, and Somerset 106 had Vendor Village, all leading up to the crowd coming out for the Chamber of Commerce Christmas parade tonight.
Yeah, and I don't think anyone here has been disappointed. This crowd's
No.
been in a good
No.
mood and cheering on the
Yes.
floats and really getting
Yes.
into the parade. This is the Somerset Community College helicopter from our aviation program over on the South Campus here in Somerset. I think that's a Grinch driving that truck there.
That truck's all lit up inside, too. They've even got the lights on the helicopter.
There's the Grinch in the helicopter.
Oh, he's in the helicopter.
That's the Somerset Community College float. And they bring out the helicopter just about every year for the parade from their aviation maintenance program.
And John, coming up next, we have AB Training Facility, and they have over 75 people walking in the parade this year.
They need to stop here and let the rest of the parade catch up. We've got a big gap in between the floats.
And the chamber says this is the largest walking entry that we've had for the 2023 Christmas parade. AB Training Facility coming up next. And again, because they are walking in the parade, it might be a little hard to see through all the people there. And also, John, because they're walking, it may take them just a moment to catch up with us here.
And we've got a crowd of people right in front of us, so if you're looking at people walking in the parade, they're behind that crowd and a little bit difficult to see. Now we're starting to get caught up a little bit, I think.
And I think they're making some noise. Can you hear that? Clapping. There they come. They're certainly bringing the Christmas spirit with them. You can hear all the shouting.
Is this the AB Training Facility?
AB Training Facility with over 75 participants walking in the parade this year. The chamber says that's the largest number of people.
Merry Christmas!
Walking in the parade this year. And they've had quite a bit of a walk from Meese Middle School.
What in the world's going on back here now? Is that a gingerbread house?
That is Liberty Baptist Church. They're pulling a trailer with a Grinch in the bed of the truck. Now, coming up after that's where we're seeing the gingerbread.
I thought they were making gingerbread or something with the smoke coming out of the top.
What you're hearing, that's all the participants from AB Training Facility walking in the parade this year.
My Country Church.
Liberty Baptist Church. Another Grinch on a float this year. It does look like there's smoke coming from
That's
the
Liberty
top
Baptist
of the float.
Church, I believe.
Yes. In their church trailer.
Looks like the Grinch might be burning Christmas dinner. See the smoke coming out of the smokestack?
And we're seeing, as we've been telling you throughout our broadcast, that we're seeing a lot of Grinches in the color green because the theme of the Christmas parade this year is a Christmas in Whoville.
Now this is a gingerbread house.
This is Saline Baptist Church pulling a Whoville gingerbread house in a white minivan. That's very nice. That took some time to make.
That took a lot of time. I wonder if it's edible. I haven't had supper yet.
If you run really quickly, you might be able to see.
Boy, it's really lit up.
That's
nice.
very
That's
nice. And that is a gingerbread house from Saline Baptist Church. Looks like they also might have a few people walking behind them this year. And John, we might be getting ready to watch the last floats and entries in the parade this year. Chambers said there's over 100 floats and entries in the parade in 2023.
Jayco trailer coming up next.
Do we have Brothers RV? Is that coming?
That's right here in front of us.
They're pulling an RV, yes.
Day Brothers RV. Day Brothers RV pulling a giant camper through Fountain Square. They're trying to navigate their way around the square in downtown Somerset, and
they may have a little difficult of a time making this. Making this turn down
still
here.
have a great crowd here, and they've got to work their way through, and the crowd is pretty much standing in the road.
Coming up behind them, we have Cumberland Missionary Baptist Church with a Jeep pulling a float.
Lifesavers and candy on that float.
Now moving into the screen here, you can see Cross Connection Ministry. We've got a box truck pulling a float, an ATV, and a white minivan. It's Cross Connections Ministry.
Here they come.
Mm-hmm. It looks like we still have some kids who are picking up some candy that's been handed out to them along the parade route this year. And we'll see in just a few moments Cumberland Missionary Baptist Church.
Now they're moving through again. This is still Cross Connections coming through. This is their van. Now Serenity Foundations will have the ATV and a float. A couple of ATVs and a float, it looks like.
And they're in keeping with the theme of this year's parade. It's a Welcome to Whoville trailer. And they've got some music tonight.
You can go to Somerset.com to view the website calendar and keep up with Somerset City events, council meetings, and agendas, and the annual spring and fall cleanup day. That's at Somerset.com.
And John, we do want to thank the City of Somerset for presenting our Somerset 106 live broadcast of the Christmas parade this year.
Welcome to Whoville.
I feel like this weekend I need to watch The Grinch.
I think we have. Serenity Foundation with their float right in front of us now.
Welcome to Whoville. There you can see the Welcome to Whoville from Serenity Foundations. Coming up next, we have the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. They're pulling a boat in the parade this year, John.
There's another creative float. Look at, really did a good job with that. The fireplace, ready for Santa to come down the chimney.
Is that a chimney?
Yeah. Got the whole fireplace with a fire in it.
Now, I believe now coming up is the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers with the boat. It's all lit up in blue tonight. Merry Christmas to the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers.
Checking the cash. Somerset is behind them, pulling the trailer. And now coming into the square is the DW Wilburn truck. Bucket. This is the bucket truck. We've had a couple of those already tonight, all lit up. This one from D.W. Wilburn.
And they've got your colorful Christmas lights all around the truck. And if you've been in a parade, John, if you've been driving a float or a truck in a parade at nighttime, it can sometimes be a little hard to navigate because it is dark and you've got people on the streets and you want to be careful of that. So sometimes it's not the easiest job to be the driver of a float in a parade.
I don't remember ever driving in a parade, but
you've ridden in parades,
yeah,
right?
there have been a couple of years that the radio station had a float, and we would ride in the parade. Been a while.
We have Spiro Health coming up. Spiro Health coming up now. And again, their vehicle is a little shorter, so you might have a hard time seeing that come through. Make lives, restoring relationships, Spiro Health. They had a Jeep and also some people walking in the parade this year. Coming up now, Mobile Communications of America. They've got a truck and a float in the parade this year. I love the lights on that Christmas tree, John. Blue and green.
Yeah, some of these floats, they've just gone. Look at it go by. So many lights. They've just gone and put so much effort into these floats. I really appreciate how much time and energy it took to get these floats together.
Yes. And John, I believe next we have Faith Healthcare. They've got a truck in the parade this year and also some people walking along.
This is the M&L Roofing
Is this
truck.
roofing? Okay.
Yep.
We saw Faith Healthcare pass by earlier.
Yep.
M&L Roofing truck with a float.
Now they're moving along at a pretty good clip. That's the M&L Roofing truck, and then Lake Cumberland District Health Department is right behind them.
And they're in their Lake Cumberland District Health Department van. It's also another vehicle a lot of people see around town here in Somerset and Pulaski County. So Merry Christmas, Lake Cumberland District Health Department. They've got lights on their van this year, John. Yep. And we're still looking down from our vantage point, John. Several more floats still coming our way in the parade this year.
Several more to go. It's just really neat having this at night. We talked about it earlier that you can really appreciate the lights, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful parade.
And like you said, people with the lights spend so much time putting their floats together, and you get a chance to see that when it's a little darker outside. And
this is the
Life
Church.
They've got a truck pulling a float with also people walking in the parade this year. A lot of those people are walking so that they can hand out candy to everybody.
A lot of kids on the float.
Lined the streets to see the parade this year. It's Life Church. Now the next group we're going to be seeing, I was hoping that maybe with the rain they actually weren't in their roller skates, but it's Somerset City Roller Derby.
Summer City Roller Derby. Walkers.
They've got people walking in a truck.
And Lake Cumberland Marine should be coming up behind them. There they are. They're coming into the square now.
Coming in the parade this year with a side-by-side, pulling a Sea-Doo truck and a pontoon.
Beautiful.
So they brought out a lot of their inventory to showcase in the parade tonight. That's nice to see.
Really nice. It's a Sea-Doo there, then a pontoon boat behind them.
That's Lake Cumberland Marine.
Wow, that'd be pretty out on the lake, wouldn't it?
Yes. Pontoon boat.
Those big Mercury motors on the back.
And coming up behind Lake Cumberland Marine.
Is this R&R Mobile?
Is it Refuge Pentecostal Church? Is that what we're seeing now? As we were saying earlier, sometimes it's a little hard to see here in the dark who might be coming in the parade. Lake Cumberland Marine also had that Welcome to Whoville theme on their entries this year. We do have coming up at some point, might be passing right now, Refuge Pentecostal Church. They've got some people walking in the parade this year, and also a couple churches coming up in the parade. And John, while we wait for the parade to come to us for just a moment, we want to say congratulations again to the first, second, and third place winners of the best floats in the parade this year. First place, First Baptist Church. Second place, TTAI. Third place, Protea. This is
Ramirez Remodeling just went by. We've got the Refuge Pentecostal Church walking behind them. And Mount Lebanon Baptist Church is coming up with their float. Just about in front of the old courthouse now. I think I might see the guest of honor down there. I think we might
Could it be? Could it be? Yes.
I think we might be getting close to the end here, Amy.
Well, and John, the crowd has stayed with us throughout this entire parade tonight, even with patches of rain coming in and out of downtown Somerset. And that just, John, reminds everybody what an important event this Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade is, that rain or shine, people come out. People come out to enjoy the parade, and, of course, on social media and now on Somerset 106.
They've had a great time all day today in
the
Christmas Village, and then tonight with the parade.
Somebody, you've got a fan out there somewhere.
I probably owe them money. Mount Lebanon Baptist Church has gone by. Vendura is coming up. It's always an adventure with Vendura. See them for all your trail racing needs. Santa is kayaking on top of this
That's
vehicle.
Nice.
It's Rudolph in the front. See the red nose?
I do now,
in
yes.
In front of the kayak. There he is.
It's been Vendura. We do hear those sirens coming up, John, so I believe we might be getting close to the end of our Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade. Coming up next, we have Mallory Village with a truck and a float in the parade this year. Mallory Village.
There's my friends from Detail Tech.
Detail Tech of Somerset, yes. They've got a float with the Grinch and an old classic car.
They did a fine job on Miss Paula's van a while back. They're good people. Detail Tech.
And they've got several
cool
entries in the parade this year from Detail Tech of Somerset. And that's Max, the Grinch's dog there in the back.
There he is.
You hear those fire trucks coming. Again, about 100 or more entries in the parade this year. And we've been able to catch most of them for you as they've been coming through.
That's Pulaski County Rescue, the sirens that you're hearing. They've got a giant boat.
Yes, they're also pulling
a
boat.
Trailer.
And they've got other vehicles in the parade this year. It's the Pulaski County Rescue Squad. We've seen a lot of boats in the parade this year, John.
Well, we're the largest community on Lake Cumberland, so that makes a whole lot of sense.
As there should be a lot of boats in our Christmas parade. Pulaski County Rescue Squad. They've got several vehicles again in the parade this year.
Behind the Pulaski County Rescue Squad, Newsome New Beginning Ministries have an inflatable Grinch.
And it's a walking inflatable Grinch. Also with the theme of Welcome to Whoville. There's the walking Grinch.
We got some antique tractors, Amy, that are coming through now. Just entering Fountain Square.
And they're also with lights on them, too. You can see, again, the Welcome to Whoville. The theme of the parade this year is Welcome to Whoville.
There's an old Massey Ferguson tractor behind that
I haven't
float.
seen tractors like that in a long time. You might not be able to see them now, but you can probably hear them. These antique trailers.
Now they'll be. Here they come. There's the roaring Massey Ferguson in front of us now.
Two tractors in the parade this year. John, did you watch a lot of parades when you were younger? Parades like this remind me of being young and just always excited to see a parade come through town.
And like I said when we first went on the air, I have never been one for watching parades on TV. I love it's almost like a hockey match. Hockey,
you have to see it when you see it live, right?
Yeah, come down here and
see
all the people that have gathered to watch the parade. That's what it's all about for me. Yes. My wife and my daughter, they love the Thanksgiving Day parade, Macy's parade, and New Year's Day parade, and they'll sit and watch it for hours. But it's just not the same for me unless you're right there in person and can enjoy it. And we've got just a great crowd that has hung around until the very end, and I think we're getting close to that very end.
We've got a couple, one other entry, and then the horses will be closing out the parade this year. They're not too far from us right now. Merry Christmas. And we've had, John, a lot of the vendors from Vendor Village, which is happening just behind us around the Judicial Plaza. They've stayed open just for this parade crowd so that the parade people can get food and still shop.
I might go over and grab a hot dog when we get done.
I hope there's still some left. Yes. I had one earlier. It was very good. All of our vendors this year were great at Vendor Village. And we want to again thank the City of Somerset. They are sponsoring our live broadcast on Somerset 106 of the Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade. You can visit them at cmyset.com, City of Somerset. So again, thank you to Mayor Alan Keck and everybody at the city for making our first Somerset 106 broadcast possible tonight.
It's the Somerset-Pulaski County Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade on Christmas in Whoville. And now you can get a good look at those classic tractors,
it's
those
also,
antique tractors.
It's nice to see, interesting to see every year what the theme of the parade will be. So we'll see for 2024.
Amy, look who's coming. Look who's coming.
Is this Open Blade Barber?
The guest of honor has arrived and is entering the square now. Being pulled by Rudolph.
And this is a tradition with so many Christmas parades to have Santa Claus be the last entry in the parade, telling everybody Merry Christmas and closing out a Christmas parade.
See if we can get Santa to wave to us as he goes by.
This is Santa and his open blade barber crew.
Here he comes. There's Rudolph pulling Santa. Merry Christmas, Santa.
Santa Claus is coming to
There
town.
he
He's
goes.
already here.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Now,
And you
John-
mentioned that the horses are closing out the
Yes,
parade behind
yes.
Santa Claus. And they're right behind Santa. First one's a wagon, kind of a covered wagon look.
There they are. And the horses are the last entries in the parade this year that we will be seeing being ridden through downtown Somerset tonight.
Wouldn't that be fun, riding a horse
And
in the
some of them
Christmas
have
parade?
lights on them, John. Can't miss those horses now,
Beautiful.
especially with all the lights on. Decorated for Christmas. And behind the horses, we have some official vehicles closing out the parade this year. So, John, I believe we've come to the end of
That's it.
the Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade for 2023. And this has been another successful parade. We want to
Oh,
thank
what fun.
everybody who came out tonight for the parade. And again, thank the Chamber of Commerce and their staff and ambassadors for all the work they do to make this Chamber of Commerce parade possible every year.
Bigger and better every year.
Yes.
And we had so much fun this year on the radio
Yes.
and on video at the same time. And just really enjoyed the people coming out, braving the weather. It wasn't that bad, but we had a great crowd in downtown Somerset. And Amy, as we close out, we want to thank Bobby Clue and his team at the Chamber of Commerce, the
Yes.
organization, the hours, the time that it took to put all this together. Everyone that participated in the parade, we talked about how impressive some of these floats were and the hours
Yes.
and hours and hours that were put into creating the float and decorating the float. We want to thank everyone involved. The City of Somerset Police Department did a great job keeping
There's a lot of
people where they
logistics
needed
that go
to be.
into putting a parade this size possible. And John, in terms of thanking people, we also want to thank the staff at Somerset 106 for the broadcast tonight. This has been great. So
Yes.
And most of all, we've enjoyed spending time with you all tonight who are watching from all of the Facebook pages and listening on Somerset 106. We're so glad you could be a part of the Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade this year. We want to continue to do this every year, and thank you again to the Chamber for making that possible. So, John, Merry Christmas to you and your family.
Merry Christmas.
And
Amy
also,
Stroud and John Berlew.
we have one more thank you.
What are we
Thank you
gonna
to
do?
thank you to Tyler Whitaker for all of the setup
There-
tonight.
oh,
So-
incredible job, incredible
He's been
job.
braving the elements all day getting set up for this broadcast. So, John, Merry Christmas to you
Merry
and your
Christmas
family.
to y'all.
Merry Christmas to all of you.
Have a great
closing
year.
out the 2023 Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade. Merry Christmas.